The junior senator from Virginia Beach, Senator McWaters.
Yes, Mr. President, I rise in support of this amendment. Mr. President, I represent Virginia Beach, as you know, and in our area there is a clinic, two of which are in the state of Virginia. The clinic is operated by a firm, I'm told, out of New Jersey. I've handed out to the members of this body some information that this clinic uses to advertise on, which I think would be affected under this bill. This particular bill, I think, proposes changes that would deal with requiring hospital regulations, not hospital licensure. And there are some distinctions from that. So again, I think it's an important public health issue. And let me tell you why, Mr. President. This particular clinic, I think, has worked to advertise to get around Virginia law. As I understand the code relative to lawful abortions in Virginia, beyond the 13th week of pregnancy, they are required to be conducted in a hospital and by a physician, as I understand the code today. This particular facility is advertising the opportunity to begin the abortion, any abortion in the 14th to 24th week, and then once that has begun, to move those patients to their Maryland location to complete the abortion. Now, this is just an obfuscation of Virginia law and the public safety that we've been entrusted with. And so this particular bill would, I think, allow the health department to come in and recognize these kinds of practices and correct these kinds of practices. I think it's a significant issue for this body to consider right now, almost on an emergency basis, as the public safety issues are so critical. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator. The junior senator from Norfolk, Senator Northam.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would ask if the junior senator from Virginia Beach would yield for a question.
Will the junior senator from Virginia Beach yield for a question?
I yield, Mr. President.
Senator yields. The junior senator from Norfolk, Senator Northam.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the scenario that you described in a young lady coming to the clinic in Virginia and then being referred to the clinic or elsewhere in another state, would the evaluation include anything other than just the evaluation, dating, et cetera? In other words, would anything be done to that woman to initiate an abortion prior to her going to the other state?
Junior senator from Virginia Beach, Senator
Mr.
McWaters.
President, I really could not answer that question. However, looking at the third bullet point on abortion services offered, it would appear from the sentence that certain procedures may have begun, but not being a physician or involved, I could not answer that, sir.
Junior senator from Norfolk, Senator Northam.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would ask if the junior senator would yield for an additional question.
Senator yield for an additional question. Senator yields. Junior senator from Norfolk, Senator Northam.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would ask is the concern for this amendment and the reason for this amendment, is it one of safety for a woman's health, or is it an issue of access?
The junior senator from Virginia Beach, Senator McWaters.
I think it's an issue of safety for sure. I believe that that our law is clear, and our law was well thought through, and I'm sure well debated by our legislature, and for good reason. And I think that in this case, we would allow this particular organization in two locations in Virginia to bypass Virginia law.